You ever read something that just hits you? In a really powerful way, but you can't quite put your finger on why? Well, writers are masters of illusion. They use these hidden techniques, little tricks built right into the structure of their language. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain on one of the cleverest tricks in the book. We're going to do it by deconstructing one tiny three-line poem.
So here it is, this little poem by the absolutely brilliant Margaret Atwood. I mean, at first glance, it seems so simple, right? But it's actually a masterclass in misdirection. It's a puzzle, and we're going to solve it together, step by step. Okay, so to start, we're going to do something a little unusual. We're actually going to ignore most of the poem and focus only on that very first line. This is where the trap is set.
Just look at that line on its own. You are the sun. It feels complete, doesn't it? It's this classic, powerful, just overwhelmingly positive metaphor. It makes you think of warmth and light and life itself. I mean, as a declaration of love, it's pretty much perfect. And what's really interesting is how perfectly this one line fits into a famous literary genre, the lyric love poem. A short text? Check. A single voice expressing deep emotion? Yup. Directly addressing a you? Check. And the big one, blending a lover with an element of nature, like the sun, it is ticking all the boxes. And this is what really locks in our expectation. Atwood's line feels like a modern cousin to one of the most famous lyric poems ever written, Shakespeare's Sonnet 18. Both of them start by comparing a loved one to this beautiful, powerful force of nature. We've literally been trained for centuries to read this as a compliment of the highest order. At this point, we feel pretty confident. We think we know exactly where this is going. It's a love poem, it's simple, direct, and beautiful. But is that what's really happening here? Get ready, because that beautiful illusion is about to come crashing down. This is where the real magic trick happens. Okay, let's just hold on to that feeling one last time. That warmth, that love, that classic poetic sentiment. You got it? Good. Boom. Just two words in reverse, and the entire meaning just shatters. The warmth turns cold, the light turns into darkness. Suddenly, the sun isn't a life giver anymore, it's a black hole. Every single positive expectation we just built up is completely and totally vaporized. And there's actually a name for what Atwood has created here. It's called an anti-lyric. It's a poem that basically pretends to be a lyric love poem. It uses all the same tools, all the same conventions, but only to twist the knife, creating a message that's startlingly bitter instead of sweet. And wow, the source material just nails this new, darker meaning. The person being talked to isn't a radiant sun. They're an energy-sapping sponge. They don't give life, they drain it from everything and everyone around them. What a devastatingly brilliant reversal. This is what makes the whole thing so brilliant. The effect is so powerful because we first felt that positive meaning. So even after we know the truth, the ghost of "you are the sun" is still kind of lingering in the air, which just makes the bitterness of "in reverse" feel even sharper. So we've seen what happened, but now for the really cool part. How did Atwood actually pull this off? Well, it's a kind of linguistic illusion. The technique is called a linguistic trompe-l'oeil. It's French for deceives the eye. And just like an optical illusion in a painting that tricks your eyes, this is a grammatical illusion in a poem. It's designed from the ground up to trick you into seeing one thing before revealing what's actually there. You see, the secret isn't just about the words she chose. It's about two different levels of language being forced to collide with each other. And it's that structural conflict that creates this explosive effect. This table really breaks it down. So on one level, you have graphology. That's just a fancy word for the visual layout. Atwood deliberately puts a line break right after sun, making it look like a complete happy thought. But then, on a completely different level, you have grammar, the actual sentence structure. And grammatically, the real object here isn't just the sun. No, it's the entire phrase, the sun in reverse. So the visual layout creates this beautiful illusion that the grammar then comes in and just completely destroys. It's a brilliant structural trap. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second. This one tiny poem actually reveals a fundamental truth about how all writing works. The most powerful effects are often built in language's hidden layers. So here it is, the key principle to take away from all this. The most striking, the most memorable effects in writing often come from this exact technique, pitting one level of language, like the visual layout, against another level, like the grammar. It's the friction between these layers that creates that spark. And the best part is, this gives you a brand new way to read. Seriously, the next time a text really affects you, try this little two-step process. First, just notice the effect. How does it make you feel? Then, play detective. Investigate the different linguistic levels, the sentence structure, the word choice, the visual layout, and see if you can figure out exactly how the writer built that effect. Once you start seeing this, it's like getting a backstage pass to your favorite author's mind. You can practically see the gears turning. It lets you appreciate the incredible invisible craftsmanship that goes into making you feel something, all through the hidden mechanics of language. And that just leaves us with a final thought to chew on. If a tiny three-line poem can hide such a powerful structural trick, just imagine what else is out there. How many other books, poems, or even articles are hiding a secret, not in their words, but in their very structure, just waiting for you to find it?